If you've been watching my videos about aliens, here's my take on the Roswell incident. I'm no by a specialist or anything, or I'm just going with what I think could possibly happen. If you go with the aliens behaving like individual particles and like bees, like you can imagine them making a flying saucer, okay? So, the Roswell incident, all these particles, whether we know of them, we don't know of them, whatever, okay, it doesn't matter. They're all stuck together, and they're a flying saucer, and they become a flying saucer because they want to see what we do when we see one. Okay, they're just gathering their intel, and then they're reporting back. Okay, they act as one mind, like cohesion. They know how to move each and every place, and they know when to dissipate, and they talk to one another. Okay, wow, there's a malfunction, and it just kind of froze it. All right, so then it crashed. Okay, because it couldn't talk, it couldn't fly. You know, and if you think about it, if you had a bunch of particles together, that would explain the humming that people report. A hum, a bunch of particles together, a bunch of energized particles together, packed together, tight enough to create something physical that we could see, should hum, I would think. Maybe not. Heck, I don't know. It doesn't really matter, but good idea. That's what I would do. If I was a particle, all packed together like that, I'd probably hum some. But anyways, now the dead bodies that supposedly, I don't know. I'd have to go back and read the reports if the newspaper said that there were dead bodies or not. I don't remember. Maybe there was, maybe there wasn't. Maybe they were leaked, maybe they weren't. I remember seeing pictures somewhere on the internet of like 3 dead bodies, okay? Now, I believe that was our government doing that, actually. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think our government made fake the dead bodies, actually. But I think the saucer, made out of, it would be an exotic material, did crash, and we did get it, that. But the dead bodies was to do something different, which I'm not really quite sure what that would be, but pretty sure we had a flying saucer. See, and then that's the thing is, it never disengaged, it never separated, so all those particles malfunction. So then that would mean that everything, they all shut down, okay, basically, okay, but still stuck together. So to study them and break them down with them being bound so tight together would be extremely difficult, I would think. And you could probably cut them and different stuff, but to really analyze them, really analyze them, I don't know if we would have the technology to do that or not. And even if we did, be able to, you would have to be able to take individual particles and somehow make them all work together and become some kind of exotic material. And I don't think we would be capable of doing that yet. What we do is we put stuff in a big pot, heat it up really hot, pour it in a mold, and that's what you get. So taking, be like Neoscience, or like taking the individual carbon atoms and building stuff with them. We can do that on a very small scale, but on a big scale, not very practical. But for a higher species, they might be able to make individual particles do things that we can't even imagine. And I think they do that. And I think they just come to visit. Once in a while, I think they come to visit just to see what we do, how we react. And other times, just to kind of, the shock value, like, oh, whoa, what's going on, guys? Wake up a little bit, maybe, As far as them invading us, I don't see that ever happening. I mean, no, those ships are there just as like, like the Voyager, they just kind of send them back data. That's all they're doing, is send back data. I don't think there's any spacemen on the spacecrafts per se, I don't believe. Now, I do believe, though, that there are beings from other worlds, though. I just don't believe they come here on spaceships per se. And if they do look like they come on spaceships, they really don't. They might be connected, but the beings don't get here with the spaceships, okay? The beings are just like the Philadelphia experiment. They kind of time travel, you might say, I would say, and just poof. But they're able to time the spaceship at the same time, so it looks like the spaceship brought them here. So it kind of confuses everybody, thinking, that's what I would do. And but I do believe there are beings from other worlds, and I do believe that they probably do use the spaceships to do some things, to some experiments on people, maybe taking places and different stuff. But I think that kind of does happen, but I don't think the beings get here on the spaceships. So.